Sunday Night Football's social experience, go to snfallaccess.com. And throughout the game, follow SNF on Twitter for Michelle Tafoya's updates from the sidelines.
Celebrating 10 years of Sunday Night Football, NBC Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Ladies and gentlemen, to honor America, please stand, remove your hats, and join Preston Brust and Chris Lucas from the country duo Locash in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. In the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Lambeau Field in the elements, and now down to the field where sooner or later she'll be reporting from Noah's Ark tonight. Here's Michelle.
Well, Al, playing on Thanksgiving is nothing new to the Packers, but tonight is the first time they'll be at home on Thanksgiving since 1923 when they beat the Hammond Pros 19-0 thanks to a touchdown pass and touchdown catch from Curly Lambeau. The Packers' Thanksgiving tradition took a new form in 1951 with the start of a 13-year Thanksgiving Day series with the Detroit Lions, all played in Detroit. By 1963, Packers head coach Vince Lombardi decided preparing for a Thursday game where the Lions always had the home field advantage was no longer worth it, and he put an end to the series. The Packers didn't play again on Thanksgiving until the Lombardi era was over. The Bears' Thanksgiving history dates back to 1920, the league's inaugural season, when the franchise was known as the Decatur Staleys. Now, tonight is the first time in this long and storied history between these two teams, this storied rivalry, that the two will meet on Thanksgiving. And it's fitting then that this is the first Thanksgiving Day game at Lambeau Field. And as you said, Al, the weather is calling for rain, rain, and more rain. It strikes me that these are the kinds of conditions that Dick Butkus and Ray Nitschke would have enjoyed, Al.
Oh, certainly. There's no question about that. And in fact, it may even get down to the point where we have snow pellets or snow showers before the night is done. So this battle in the NFC North, Green Bay has the upper hand because they have a head-to-head win against Minnesota. Chicago 4-6, and Detroit has won 3 in a row. They routed Philadelphia today in the Motor City, so Detroit is now 4-7. John Fox in his first year at Chicago. Mike McCarthy in his 10th year at Green Bay. Of course, Foxy has led both Carolina and Denver to Super Bowl appearances. Chicago won the toss. They have elected to defer, so they're going to give Green Bay the ball, and Robbie Gould will kick off. It is 35 degrees right now, 1 degree less than we just saw. Jeff Janis, who had a big run back in Minnesota last week of 70 yards, will set up in the end zone and bring this one back from 3 yards in. And Chicago right there to stop him as he gets to the 16-yard line. Sherrick McManus makes the tackle. Here are the Packers starters.
Aaron Rodgers, Butte Community College.
James Starks, University of Buffalo.
Randall Cobb, Kentucky.
Devontae Adams, Fresno State.
James Jones, San Jose State.
Richard Rogers, Cal Berkeley.
David Bakhtiari, University of Colorado, Boulder.
Josh Sitton, Central Florida.
J.C. Treader, Cornell University.
T.J. Lang, Birmingham Brother Rice.
Brian Balaga, Iowa.
Green Bay likes to go fast. Of course, that's in better elements than this. They might even try it here tonight. We'll find out shortly. Rodgers rolling, and he is under pressure, and he's forced to throw it away. That was Willie Young, number 97. So Aaron spinning away, going to his left side. Can't get it away, and it's 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, really nice play by Willie Young on the outside as Aaron came flipping around that way. He grabbed Richard Rodgers, not holding him, just kept him from getting to his route, and Rodgers had no choice but to throw it away.
And they come up no huddle here on 2nd down and 10. Eddie Lacy, the running back, had a big game last week in Minnesota. And a good run here. He's off to a good start tonight. Breaking tackles. Past the 40. And out of bounds at the 43-yard line. Kyle Fuller looking for all the world like Marshawn Lynch. Eddie Lacy healthy again. And a big gain there of 29 yards.
Jonathan Anderson tried to shoot through on his linebacker position. Really just no support there. And for Eddie Lacy, he's picking up right where he left off a week ago. He was huge in that game against the Vikings.
Spun away from the rookie safety, Adrian Amos. Here he goes again over the left side. And he churns out 5 yards to the 49-yard line. When the season began, there was so much talk about Lacy in his 3rd year out of Alabama, drafted number 2 in 2013, and he was overweight. And the Packers poo-pooed it, but then he got hurt and he was inactive for a game. James Starks took over as the lead back, but now Lacy is back and looking real good. 2nd and 5. Give it to him again. And bounces off Acho and then gets taken down after a gain of a couple. 3rd and short. Aaron Rodgers in his last 3 games against the Bears, that's 2 last year and the opener this year in Chicago. 13 touchdowns, no picks. He has just killed the Bears in his career, which began as a starter in 2008. 32 to the outside, having to reach down for it is Randall Cobb. So they're short of the 1st down. That's Bryce Callahan covering on the play. And Rodgers looking over to the bench, seeing if McCarthy's going to give him the go-ahead to go for it. And for the moment, to keep the offense out on the field.
At least going to go the hard count here. Just a poor throw that time by Aaron, though. Didn't give the receiver a chance at all to pick up that 1st down.
So at the 48-yard line, they will at least line up to go for it. And they are going to go for it. And they give it to Lacy. And Lacy's going to get stuffed. So the Chicago Bears will take over at midfield. As they stuff him on a 4th and 2, Jonathan Anderson, a rookie, makes the tackle. A couple of minutes into the game on Thanksgiving night in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Some of us wait all year for one day. But the thing about the holidays is that it's not just about one day. It's all of the days that lead up to that day. And that moment when you realize that what you've been waiting for is standing right beside you. Share wonder every day. Walmart.
Performance, no matter where, no matter what. The only intelligent all-wheel drive system with enhanced driving performance for all-season capability is now available on more models than ever. We only make one thing. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Hurry into BMW November Fest and receive a credit of up to $6,500 on select BMW models by November 30th.
Monsters, are they real? I believe you have seen things no one else has seen.
He's been following us!
Say you're scared! Say it!
As I live and breathe, he's mine.
In the Heart of the Sea, rated PG-13, December 11th.
Sunday Night Football on Thanksgiving night, brought to you by Verizon. Better Matters by Walmart. Share wonder every day. By BMW, we make only one thing, the ultimate driving machine. And by Nationwide, Nationwide is on your side. So that's where cranberry sauce comes from. America's Dairyland, also the largest producer of cranberries. It's the state fruit of Wisconsin. We need some cranberry sauce before this one's done, don't we? After that.
Didn't know that.
All right, Jay Cutler takes over, 48-yard line after Green Bay surprisingly went for it on 4th and 2. Matt Forte is back in the lineup after a 3-game absence with a sprained MCL, and they give it to him, and he picks up a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9. So Jay Cutler has not played well here, obviously. Take a look at that. 0-4. He made his Bears debut here in 2009 through 4 interceptions in that game, and it hasn't gotten a lot better since. 3 touchdowns, 12 picks in his starts on this surface. 2nd and 10. Bears in a tight formation, and the pass goes to the outside, and then slipping and falling is Kari Lee, one of their tight ends. Comes up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. They have no Martellus Bennett tonight, and that is huge because Bennett's such a big part of their offense, and Green Bay's really struggled against tight ends. 3rd and 3. Cutler goes hurry up here, and then he goes deep downfield and too deep. Trying to one-hand it was Marquise Wilson. Incomplete 4th down.
Well, it was Wilson who came up with the big game a week ago, had over 100 yards receiving at the top of the screen, just going to work there against Randall, and really had an opportunity. I thought he hesitated just one moment in that route and maybe just threw off the timing from Jay Cutler. So McCarthy gets away with a chance early on.
Now Patrick O'Donnell to do the punting. Randall Cobb stands back at his own 10-yard line and calls for a fair catch on a very short kick and goes to his knees to collect it at the 17-yard line. So each team has had the ball once at Lambeau Field early 1st quarter.
eDrive technology in the BMW i8 offers exceptionally efficient performance as well as all-electric driving with 0 tailpipe emissions. The same technology and other i8 innovations are now available in the BMW X5 with eDrive. We only make one thing, the ultimate driving machine. Hurry into BMW Novemberfest and receive a credit of up to $6,500 on select BMW models by November 30th.
Turkey leg, you taste so good.
Get Black Friday deals from Verizon. Get the Fitbit Charge. Get $40 off. Get it online only today. Get going. Get more this holiday season from Verizon.
You got the dough?
Trying to get there.
All right, and you're washing the greens, right?
These collard greens look great.
This year, it's my time to add my flavor to the tradition. Then at long last comes the best part. Honoring those who raised us.
Low prices on everything you need to share wonder every day. Walmart.
It was tough with 2 sisters. We probably did like hopscotch or something. My youngest sister's still playing ball. She swears she can beat me at anything. My family, I love them all.
Don't miss a moment of Sunday Night Football with NBC Sports Live Extra. Take the game with you anytime, anywhere, laptop, tablet, and connected TVs. Speaking of Sunday Night Football, in 72 hours, we've got a pretty good one. New England at Denver. The first things first, back to Green Bay. Each team, 1 possession. Rodgers starts this drive from the 16-yard line. And out of the pistol, short flip, and then breaking a tackle and staying in bounds, Devontae Adams. Let's take a look at the Chicago defense.
Bruce Gaster, Boilermakers. Eddie Goldman, FSU. Jarvis Jenkins, Clemson.
Sam Acho, Texas.
Shea McClellan, Boise State.
Christian Jones, Florida State.
Pernell McPhee, Pahokee, Florida.
Tracy Porter, Indiana University.
Adrian Amos, Penn State.
Chris Brzezinski, Wyoming. Kyle Fuller, Virginia Tech.
One starter who's missing as the pass for James Jones is incomplete. Will Sutton, their defensive end, was a healthy scratch tonight, so a coach's decision. He's not in the lineup. You saw them starting Bruce Gaston, who actually started the season with Green Bay and played against Chicago in the opener in September. 3rd down and 4. Rodgers so good at that. Here's another free play. This is where he really excels, but not this time. The pass is incomplete, and another flag comes in the secondary. So Rodgers, the master at drawing the opposing team offside and then normally going long with it. John Fox looks on. It was a 3rd down and 4. You got a couple of flags here. You got clearly offside against Chicago and then something else downfield. Ed Hockley is the referee.
Fans are thinking it's raining out here, guys. Let's put a wrap on that.
There were 2 fouls by the defense. Offside, number 92. That penalty is declined. There was also illegal contact, number 21. That penalty is enforced 5 yards from the previous spot. 1st down.
Either penalty's 5 yards.
Yeah, didn't matter. There's Tracy Porter, well beyond the 5-yard limit, and there's McPhee. You know, it is crazy to see every time we come in here, especially in this stadium, they just cannot help themselves defensively. He has something, and when you watch him do it, it's not like he does a head bob or jerks his hands or any of that kind of stuff. Somehow he does with just the voice inflection.
From the 27-yard line. Little flip, little shovel pass to Eddie Lacy. And look at what it takes to bring this guy down out to the 34. Chris talking about those free plays. When he draws you offside, what he normally does is go deep downfield. So this year, 6 for 6, 2 touchdowns, plus a defensive pass interference penalty called on Richard Sherman in week 2. That was good for 52 yards. They're going quickly again. Eddie Lacy bowling balls his way out to the 42-yard line for a 1st down.
You just get the feeling that Eddie Lacy is going to do what he's done basically every year of his career, and that is simply, watch the center, Treader here replacing Corey Linsley in this game. But every single year it seems like Eddie Lacy is the guy that gets better at this time of year.
Now James Starks comes into the game, and Starks, who is the classic backup back, he does a great job in the secondary role, and then when he has to come in and fill in for a Lacy when Lacy was hurt or whatever, Starks does the job.
Yeah, and Mike McCarthy saying the reason Eddie Lacy's had his carries reduced is because James Starks has been so good.
2nd down and 7 from the 44-yard line. And Rodgers puts it down. Around the left side he goes, and Aaron will be taken out of bounds a little short of the 1st down by Jonathan Anderson. So Aaron, he was listed on the injury report a couple of weeks ago with a shoulder injury, but played in Minnesota, looked fine, and not on the report this week, Chris.
Yeah, I really think it started in Denver, don't you? We did that game, and you saw him early in that game get hit a lot. And Mike McCarthy telling us it really has been that way for the last 3 weeks or so. Already 24 sacks on the season, only sacked 28 times all of last year.
He does it again, and now, but this time it may have been Balaga moving first. No, they're gonna call maybe unabated to the quarterback.
Infraction defense, number 92. 5-yard penalty results in the 1st down.
Well, they stopped the play. McPhee came across the line. It's a break for the Bears.
Watch Aaron Rodgers as he does this. You can't tell anything. I mean, it's not like some quarterbacks back in the day, they would flinch and they would do all these things and that became a penalty. And Aaron Rodgers just has some way of working his voice. I think it's just so repetitive every other snap that when he changes it up, it just seems to draw him off sides.
2nd, 3rd down conversion via penalty on this drive, and now he's going to air it out deep downfield and incomplete. That's Tracy Porter covering Devontae Adams. 2nd down.
Well, Davante Adams has been struggling with an ankle injury for a while, but really one of the big surprises this year is how well Tracy Porter has played. A veteran guy, you'll remember him back in the Super Bowl, picking off Peyton Manning and running it in for the game clincher for the Saints that year. So he's a guy with a little history against great quarterbacks.
Yeah, also picked off Brett Favre in the NFC Championship game. That's a real good tackle as Cobb makes the catch, and Bryce Callahan, a rookie out of Rice, makes the stop.
Yeah, Bryce Callahan's come in there and now sort of taken over that slot position for Sherrick McManus, who did it the first 6 games. And he's done well. A rookie that you don't expect in that sort of pivotal position. But believe me, the Green Bay Packers know where that rookie is. They're going to go pick on him tonight.
Green Bay already running its 15th play in about 6.5 minutes. And Rodgers throws, and that's dropped. Davante Adams, and they've had a bunch of drops this season. One right there, 4th down.
Well, watching pregame warm-up, I saw more balls dropped in pregame, I think, than I've seen all season. It is slimy out here, but really no excuse on that one. Aaron Rodgers hit that perfectly, and maybe Packers fans starting to feel like, uh-oh, we're not going back to that 3-game losing streak style in offense, are we?
We've also seen some gusts. So the meter just go to about 15 miles an hour. Mariani makes a fair catch, and Chicago will take over. 8.5 to go in the first.
That little mark with the A and then the ring around it, there it is. I mean, what is internet anyway?
Allison, can you explain what internet is?
What do you mean there's nothing under the hood? And it's built using wind? Like from a windmill? What is i3 anyway?
Allison, can you explain what i3 is?
Built in a wind-powered factory with a carbon fiber frame, the all-electric BMW i3. Lease a BMW i3 for $269 a month.
On Black Friday, get $500 off when you trade in and buy a Samsung Galaxy S6 or Galaxy S6 Edge.
It's got a short neck and a long history. The original Miller Lite Steiny bottle is back. But not for long. It's Miller time.
The people closest to you can be the hardest to shop for. But if you know where to look for inspiration, you can find the perfect gift for everyone on your list. And share wonder every day. Walmart.
Next Thursday, it's the live event of the season. Mary J. Blige, Common, Neo, and Queen Latifah.
I'm the all-powerful Wizard of Oz.
The Wiz live next Thursday, 8/7 Central on NBC.
Brett plays football, just like you would in the backyard with all your friends. He just happens to be doing it in front of 70,000+ people.
He enjoyed the game so much, and that was clear to his teammates, and they loved him for that.
He made the game fun, whether it was practice or whether it was riding on a bus or in a plane. He took a game that people turned into a profession and brought the game back to it.
Brett Favre, that number will be retired at halftime, and also in the third quarter, we're going to get Brett up here in the booth to find out what's going on with the rest of his life. Yeah, that will be fun. And now we've got a penalty as this drive gets ready to start. A false start against Chicago.
False start offense, number 82. 5-yard penalty. First down.
So Jay Cutler played last Sunday against Denver. His wife gave birth, Kristen, to their third child on Monday. Mom and baby daughter, Sailor James, went home on Tuesday, took a bus ride up here yesterday and plays tonight. Apart from that, not much going on in his life this week.
Baby number 3, he can't wait for Friday, the first time his entire family will be in the house together at the same time.
Congratulations to the Cutlers on the birth of their daughter. Is on 1st and 15 now. Forte picks up 6, and let's take a look at the Chicago starters.
Jay Cutler, Vanderbilt University.
Matt Forte, Tulane.
Alshon Jeffery,
South Carolina.
Marquise Wilson, Washington State.
Kari Lee, Bowie State University.
Zach Miller, Weston, Nebraska.
Charles Leno Jr., Boise State.
Matt Slauson, Nebraska.
Coronas Karasu, Oregon.
Patrick Omame, University of Michigan.
Kyle Long, Saddleback Junior College.
Kyle Long, third year in the league, been to the Pro Bowl in each of the first two, and Forte will get wrapped up at the 13. Matt has missed the last 3 games, sprained knee. Jeremy Langford has done good work supplanting him and figures to see some action tonight. But through the years, Forte has just been steady and solid and a workhorse, and kind of overlooked. Last year he set a record most receptions by a running back in the history of the NFL with 102. 3rd down and 7. Halfway mark of the opening quarter. Cutler forced out, just has to dump it outside the tackle box. He had Quentin Rollins coming in on a corner blitz. So Chicago gets backed up, can't move, and it's 4th down and 7, and Green Bay should get the ball in pretty good shape after the punt.
Quentin Rollins going to come right off the edge here, and really no chance for Jay Cutler. Just a clean sprint. He just had to get rid of the ball. It's one thing you will say about Jay Cutler under Adam Gase, his new offensive coordinator, is you don't see him making as many crazy throws. His interception numbers way down this year.
Patrick O'Donnell ready to send it down toward Randall Cobb. Fair catch called for, but then he lets it go. And McManus downs the ball just across the 50-yard line. 7:04 to go in the opening quarter on Thanksgiving night in Packerland.
Being detected was not an option. If I was recognized, the whole operation was blown. The element of surprise was imperative.
Wow. He won't even recognize you. Seriously. I don't even recognize myself.
And thanks to my Cash Rewards credit card from Navy Federal with never expiring rewards, it's gonna be a killer honeymoon.
Woo! Maui!
Boom.
Open to the armed forces, the DoD, and their families. Navy Federal Credit Union.
Performance, no matter where, no matter what. The only intelligent all-wheel drive system with enhanced driving performance for all-season capability is now available on more models than ever. We only make one thing. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Hurry into BMW Novemberfest and receive a credit of up to $6,500 on select BMW models by November 30th.
Get Black Friday deals from Verizon. Get a Samsung Galaxy S6. Get $500 off. Get it online only today. Get it before it's gone. Get more this holiday season from Verizon.
From the big gifts that mean a lot to the little ones that mean everything. Get the perfect gift for everyone and share wonder on Christmas Day. Walmart.
Monday and Tuesday, it's down to the top 10.
How great to have this moment right now.
Giving you 10 reasons to vote. 10 reasons to instantly save an artist's dream.
You kind of got it all, actually.
The Voice live Monday and Tuesday on NBC and get the NBC app.
Well, these two guys have been matching up since Cutler came to Chicago in 09, 12th regular season meeting between them. And, of course, the upper hand belongs to Rodgers and Green Bay. There is your statistical evidence right there. As the Packers, through the decade, have really totally dominated the Bears.
Yeah, we saw it last year firsthand. 69 unanswered points at one time in the 2 games between these two teams. It was ugly fast last year in a 55-14 win for the Packers, but at least so far, the Packers' mistakes have kept the Bears in it.
Well, 55-14, it was only 42-0 at the half on Sunday Night Football, as we recall.
But it was exciting.
Oh, yeah, tremendous. From the 49-yard line, Lacy picks up about 3 yards as he gets taken down by Eddie Goldman, a rookie out of Florida State, who was their second-round draft pick.
Yeah, that's the big question mark, I think, on the Chicago Bears defense. They weren't good last year. They bring in Vic Fangio, and hoping for better. They just don't have the horses up front that they need.
2nd down and 7, and it's fired over the middle and caught. Randall Cobb got free, found the open spot. 1st down at the 33-yard line.
One of the guys to watch here is J.C. Treader, who's working there against Eddie Goldman, doing a nice job. Treader is a guy that at one time was a quarterback, also a tight end. They use him in that way some still with the Packers. Got his chance when Corey Linsley got hurt. Really did a nice job last week. Very quick, athletic guy as a center.
Rodgers, line does a job, a little dump pass. There's Lacy. And he's taken down at the 30. You know, you're talking about that Bear defense, Chris, and, you know, through the years, I mean, that's been the hallmark of the Bears as you look at it again. The center going up against Goldman. But you look at this defense right now and you say, all right, who plays defense for the Chicago Bears? Name somebody.
Yeah, you know, Shea McClellan, probably one of their good outside guys, got moved to inside linebacker just because they didn't have anybody. And Big Banjo said, got to find somebody to play in there.
2nd and 7, and that pass is intercepted. It's Tracy Porter. He says, I'll give you a guy to name. Tracy Porter, but now you got a flag down at the 15-yard line. Hockley will discuss this
the problem
with his crew.
The officials are going to name him too.
So Porter, at least for the moment, with the pick, pending the call in an area where you normally see a hold.
Before the pass was thrown, illegal contact, defense number 21. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot, automatic 1st down.
So erase it, here it is.
Anytime you get the out and up kind of move right here and then they go up the field, that is a mild, I think. Tracy Porter says, come on, man, I've been in the league a long time. Did you not see me in the Super Bowl? That was
ticky-tack.
That was a good break for the Packers. Let's put it that way.
So at the 25-yard line now, they keep the drive going with 5.5 to go in the 1st. Rodgers is 6 of his first 10, but for only 27 yards. And swings it to the outside, and Lacy gets buried, and the pass is incomplete. Jonathan Anderson, who's been all over the field, a rookie at a TCU, undrafted free agent.
One more time, back to the penalty. It was a big one. Out and up. A little adjustment off of that, but not one you would typically expect.
2nd down and 10. And busting through. Then Lacy takes the pass, and Eddie Lacy is inside the 10 and all the way to the end zone. Bruce Gaston almost got there, but Rodgers is able to flip it to his running back for a 25-yard touchdown.
TJ Lang's just going to hang for a minute and go, and you're going to get really quick pressure here from Bruce Gaston, who is claimed off the practice squad of the Packers. Eddie Lacy lets him go, and when that tank starts running down the field this time of year, nobody's looking to stand in line.
You know, the officials are confirming that's almost as if he flipped the ball away before he crossed the goal line. And Hockley got together with a couple of the guys to talk about this. There was no flag.
Just remember that just the front
tip. We will review the ruling on the field that it was a touchdown.
They sure will. Did he cross the goal line with the football? Hockley under the hood.
Some of us wait all year for one day. But the thing about the holidays is that it's not just about one day. It's all of the days that lead up to that day. And that moment when you realize that what you've been waiting for is standing right beside you. Share wonder every day. Walmart.
Hey, Rodgers! Discount double check! Every time you see me, you say that. Don't you say anything else?
Let me think.
Discount double check. Discount double check.
Discount double check.
Discount double check.
No. Fair enough.
It pays to double check. Save big with State Farm.
Wait a second.
The Superstore. You've shopped there. Maybe you've even worked there.
Let's put our best foot forward, okay? And Sal, I'm gonna need you to take the creepiness down to about a 2.
Superstore. Special preview Monday on NBC.
The ruling on the field stands as called. Touchdown.
It was very close. And since the ruling on the field was a touchdown, there was nothing that we saw in any of the replays to mitigate against it.
Remember, just the front tip of the ball has to touch the very front edge of that line to be good, and there just wasn't enough to overturn it there.
Mason Crosby for the extra point. And the Green Bay Packers on that drive. 5 plays, 49 yards, 1 rush, and 4 passes. Lacy into the end zone and the Lambeau leap, 7-zip.
My opioid pain medication is slowing my insides to a crawl.
Millions of people are estimated to suffer from opioid-induced constipation, OIC, caused by the opioids they use to manage chronic pain. OIC is a different type of constipation. Opioids block pain signals, but they can also block activity in the bowel.
I'm really struggling to find relief.
Ready to paint a different picture?
Yes.
Talk to your doctor about OIC and prescription treatment options.
I can do that.
Normally we promote the Tonight Show for the next night, but it's Thanksgiving night. It's Thursday night, so Jimmy's on tonight. The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. You'll see it.
The Blues Brothers.
Later tonight.
Yeah. Why not?
In town. Everybody's in town.
This town is excited, though, aren't they? They cannot wait for this Brett Favre celebration at halftime tonight.
Out in force. Raining, swirling winds. Mason Crosby to kick off. Deontay Thompson is back there, and there's confusion there, and Thompson will he's going to try to come out of the end zone.
That is a brilliant play right there.
Almost not so smart, as he almost tried to come out of the end zone, thought about it, and then realized that he could take a knee in there.
It was the kick itself, the impetus of the kick, that drove it back into the end zone. That's Mark Mariani who misses it. And then Deontay Thompson goes back and understands the rules well enough that that is not a safety if he takes a knee.
It is not a safety.
What a brilliant play by Deontay Thompson.
Just for a second, right there, he's thinking,
you know, I knew the rule, but even I was like, that would be really hard to take a knee in that situation.
Now what? Right.
That was tremendous.
Well, you know, you don't want to align like that on a kickoff return. First of all, you don't see that many kickoffs run back anymore with a touchback 2/3 of the time. But you had both guys back there. Now you got Jeremy Langford in the game. Our first opportunity to see him tonight, and Cutler gets pressed, and the ball is thrown and incomplete. Hockley gets bounded into. Julius Peppers put the heat on. Let's take a look at that Green Bay defense.
With
Detroit Guyana, Bradford High School Tornadoes.
BJ Raji, Boston College. Mike Daniels, Iowa.
Mike Neal, Purdue University.
Nate Palmer, Illinois State University. Clay Matthews, USC.
Julius Peppers, North Carolina.
Demary Vandal, Arizona State.
Morgan Burnett, Georgia Tech.
Clint Dix, the University of Alabama. Sam Shield, the U.
Matthews and Peppers, the big stars. Burnett runs the secondary extremely well, and this is Langford, 4th-round draft choice out of Michigan State. He followed Le'Veon Bell in East Lansing, and he's the guy who's come in over the last 3 weeks and done a really nice job in the stead of the injured Matt Forte. You know, could be the transition beginning here. Matt's been around a while, getting up there, and Langford could be the guy of the future.
Had a huge day against the Rams, including an 83-yard touchdown on a screen pass.
3rd down and 5 with 4.5 to go in the quarter. Play clock at 2. Again, pressure. Cutler rolls away, then throws, and it's almost intercepted. Miller was the intended receiver, and Quentin Rollins breaks it up, and it's a quick 3 and out.
Same blitz coming right after Cutler one more time. Tries to get this thing down to Zach Miller, who's become a bit of his go-to guy, but Quentin Rollins, a former basketball player, almost had him one there. But Jay Cutler has been on the move. Every time they've gotten into a 3rd and medium or long, Dom Capers has brought a blitz, and the Bears have had no answer.
O'Donnell now already his 3rd punt of the game. Randall Cobb back for Green Bay. Cobb's going to let it bounce. And short kick. Will be down to the 38-yard line. Cobb saying, let it go. So they'll take over the 38 after a 37-yard punt. Madden Thanksgiving player or players of the game. Who's going to get that fresh turkey? Look at some of the guys that have won it over the past 3 years. Last year, it was Seattle beating the 49ers, and you saw Sherman and Wilson dining out.
I don't think anybody enjoyed it more than Vince Wilfork, though.
Right.
Vince was happy. You know, 3 hours, no food. I'm sure for Vince, that's plenty long enough.
Richard Sherman had a pretty good time with the turkey leg last year in San Francisco. Carried it off the field like the Lombardi Trophy. From the 38-yard line. Rodgers dancing around in the pocket, buying time, as he does so supremely well, and it's caught there by Cobb. Callahan makes the tackle after a short gain. And Jonathan Anderson, he's been all over the place. 58, that rookie out of TCU, called his name 4 or 5 times already, put the heat on Rodgers.
It's just amazing to watch Aaron Rodgers in the pocket. It looks like, did you ever play, like, you know, dodgeball or tag when you were a kid? I mean, he just looks like all he's trying to do is keep anybody from getting a finger on him. Yet his eyes are downfield the whole time, but he's looking for that escape route. So many of the big plays in that big game against the Vikings came from him escaping and making big throws down the field.
And there's Ringalivio, but you guys didn't play that in Florida. 2nd down and 3 from the 45-yard line. That's Cobb in the backfield. Play action buys all kinds of time.
Oops.
And going down, then the ball comes loose, but they're going to say he was down there. That's Lamar Houston, the linebacker, at the 34-yard line. Great coverage by Chicago.
Yeah, he got tagged on that one. If he's playing tag, he just got tagged by Lamar Houston. Coverage all over the field. Really an opportunity maybe there, but that was about it. Nothing else really to speak of.
That's a 10-yard sack.
Oh. I tell you, he has taken some shots now the last 4 games. There's just no question about that. And had that shoulder issue. Some of his percentage went way down over the last 4 games. There were some real concerns here about the way this offense was playing.
3rd down and 13. Play clock ran all the way down.
It's a 30-second timeout.
So timeout taken here. Well, in the wild and crazy National Football League, Detroit 1-7. Now they've won 3 in a row. How about Philadelphia today?
You know, there's some big issues there. Detroit, give them credit, though. They're back to playing defense the way that they did a season ago, so that was great. And we have great fun here tonight. Brett Favre coming in here for the second half. I can't imagine what Brett's going to be like in the booth. He'll come off the field, come up here, and I hope tell a few of the stories that I've heard over the years in production meetings. Brett's one of those guys, when he gets in a production meeting and he starts talking to us, you just put the pen down.
Right.
You just kick back in your chair because you know it's story time. You know you're going to have some fun. And he certainly has entertained the people of Green Bay for a long, long time around here.
We can go take a break and just let Brett have the mic.
Doubt. Eat a little chicken a little longer tonight.
The other game today, of course, Carroll. Man, how about the Panthers at 11-0? Beating Dallas handily. Rodgers now throws, and it's incomplete. Pass intended for James Jones, and a little skirmish breaks out. Got Lamar Houston in the middle of that. And Brian Balaga will get in his 2 cents or more. TJ Lang as well. And after all that, it's 4th down. Tim Mastay to punt, and you got Mark Mariani ready to return it. And Mariani will field it, escape a tackle to the 26-yard line, but there is a flag, and the flag is all the way back up where the punt took place, near the line of scrimmage. Not on the run back, so we'll get the call from Ed Hockley, who does enjoy making a few calls.
Those were no boos. That was John Kuhn that made the tackle, and he certainly is one of the favorites here. Well, Aaron Rodgers was excited that he got the most number of snaps he's had this season, and thought he made a huge difference in that game against Minnesota.
During the kick, holding by the receiving team, number 34. That 10-yard penalty is enforced from where the punt was caught. 1st down.
That's 5 penalties already on Chicago and none against Green Bay. Since the 2010 NFC Championship game, the Bears 35-39, and the Packers, meanwhile, 53-20-1, and the Packers went on to win the Super Bowl that year. Remaining players, 15 were Green Bay, and only just three guys remain with the Bears from that team. They would be Cutler, Forte, and the kicker, Robbie Gould.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question, is there, that John Fox and company have decided that they're going to redo this roster. They're going to rebuild it and start with the defense, I'm sure. There are some things that just do not sit well, and the Bears not having a good defense is one of those things. You do not accept that in Chicago.
Well, they brought Fox in. They brought Ryan Pace in to be the GM. Mark Trestman and Phil Emery, the GM, gone after a couple of seasons, so a whole transition going on in the Windy City as Matt Forte brings it out to the 23-yard line. The Bears have now run 10 plays, so they've had 3 3-and-outs. 2nd down.
I think one of the good stories from the Chicago Bears, that guy right there, Kyle Long, who was a Pro Bowl guard in back-to-back years, and he was asked by this coaching staff to play tackle, and he was asked right before the start of the regular season, and it was against these Green Bay Packers, and he hemmed and hawed a little bit, and he finally said, if it's good for the team, it's good for me, and he did it, and now he's turned into a really good right tackle.
And Cutler fires to Alshon Jeffery, who makes the catch for Chicago's first down of the night.
Yeah, there's no question that for Kyle Long, he struggled early in the season. He didn't know what he was doing out there at right tackle. But you watch him now, and his form isn't exactly perfect. He's working on his kick step a little bit, I'm sure, as we go into next season. But athletically, he can play with anybody. He can catch any pass rusher around the edge, and really a different guy since he played in that opener against the Packers.
Bloodlines aren't bad.
Yeah.
He's Howie's pup. Gain of a couple here by Forte. We go to Michelle.
Well, Al, I talked with Kyle Long about moving to right tackle this season, and he said it's a different heavyweight fight every week. I faced the firing squad the first 3 weeks, quite a welcoming party. Week 1, that meant Julius Peppers, whom he respects tremendously. Al Long told me there are not a lot of guys I grew up watching that I'm a fan of. He is a big fan of Julius Peppers, Al.
Oh, yeah, Julius Peppers, 14 years in the league and a Chicago Bear for 4 years after 8 in Carolina. Played there with John Fox. Now in his second here, Forte out to the 41-yard line where Burnett makes the tackle. 3rd down and 4, and that should take us into the second frame. End of the first quarter at Lambeau Field on this Thanksgiving night with the score Green Bay 7 and Chicago 0. And Thanksgiving night football continues after these messages.
Waiting all day for Thanksgiving night.
You got the dough?
Trying to get there.
All right, and you're washing the greens, right?
These collard greens look great.
This year, it's my time to add my flavor to the tradition. Then at long last comes the best part. Honoring those who raised us.
Low prices on everything you need to share wonder every day. Walmart.
You heard you got a job as a developer.
It's official. I work for GE.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys, I'll be writing a new language for machines, so planes, trains, even hospitals can work better. This is... Oh.
Sorry, I was trying to put it away.
Got it on the cake.
So you're gonna work on a train?
Not on a train, on trains.
You're not gonna develop stuff anymore?
No, I am. Do you know what GE is?
This holiday, we'd like to say thanks for giving our family of products a chance to be part of your family for 5 generations. Happy Thanksgiving. From S.C. Johnson, a family company.
Making a list, he's checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty or nice.
He's watching you, Hollywood. Ricky Gervais hosts the Golden Globes, January 10th on NBC.
And tonight's Skycam coverage from Lambeau Field being brought to you by Geico. Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth, Michelle DeFoya. Happy Thanksgiving. 7-0 Green Bay. Starting the second quarter, Chicago has a 3rd down and 4 at its own 41-yard line.
Clay Matthews now off the edge instead of his inside linebacker position. Right up there, they played him there quite a bit in that game against the Vikings.
And Cutler fires and incomplete. Alshon Jeffery, the intended receiver. Coverage is good, 4th down.
And here comes Clay with a little spin move inside against Charles Leno, and maybe got Cutler's attention just a bit. It's amazing. Talking about guys who made sacrifices for the good of the team. Clay Matthews was not thrilled with the idea of moving inside, but he knew he had to do it. Boy, is he doing it well now.
Really shored up the defense coming down the stretch last year. For Dom Capers, Patrick O'Donnell's punt.
Whoops.
Oh, and Cobb drops it, picks it up at the 19-yard line. That wind swirling around, gusting up to about 18 miles an hour, steady at about 14 miles an hour, and wreaking havoc with the punch tonight.
Yeah, it is rough. I mean, it's rough, period, trying to catch punts when it's windy conditions. You add in the rain, and it's just uncomfortable. You look up, and raindrops hitting your eyes, and you get blurry-eyed, and then the thing starts swirling around up there, and It's a tough night for catching anything out here.
But the Packer fans, you don't see any empty seats here.
You know, as it should be on Brett Favre night, right? Brett showed up every single game. He never missed a start. And neither do these fans. It doesn't matter what kind of weather they get.
Only 297 in a row. From the 19-yard line, first down for the Packers. And Lacy. He picks up 2 yards. Second and 8 from the 21.
Yeah, the guys inside really are the key to this Green Bay Packers offense. T.J. Lang, Josh Sitton, 2 guys that have just been knocking around here. These 2 guards right there have been doing it for a long time. And T.J. Lang actually may be having the best year of any of these offensive linemen.
And Lacy again puts his head down and comes up about 1.5 yards short of the first down. Third down and that much in the first minute of the second quarter.
You know, there was a little controversy around here about whether or not Mike McCarthy should go back to calling the plays again. He was a little more involved in the offensive meeting room last week, and it paid off.
Here's Lacy, and he's going to get stopped. He handed the play calling duties over to Tom Clements. Pernell McPhee just made that stop. They look over to the chains, and they appear to be just a little short of the first down.
Well, Pernell McPhee, who's probably the best player on this Bears defense, unblocked, just beat him around the corner. Nobody's going to block him. They don't think he's going to get there on this running play up the gut. And he made the play short of the first down.
Well, for the moment, the Packer offense is going to stay out there. They did go for it. Now they're going to send the punt group in. Thought maybe nothing else, Rodgers would try to get them to jump offside. But John Fox says, I've seen that act before.
Yeah, and John Fox is saying, defense, you guys just stay out there. Forget the punt return. You just out there and play defense.
Mariani back to receive the punt. This is Mastey's 3rd punt of the night. It's a low line drive that Mariani will collect at the 28-yard line and bring back to the 35-yard line. 12:53 left in the opening half on Thanksgiving night. 7-0 Packers.
To do great things, sometimes you gotta break the rules. Surface Pro 4, a new screen for new perspectives. A new pen for new masterpieces. New speakers for a new sound. We reinvented the Surface Pro so you can reinvent everything else.
30, 29, 28, tick, tock. 25 years old, and you're still playing in the mud. 15 feet in the air, that's where you feel most alive. 10 meter maids waiting to wallpaper your truck. Better get out of town. 5, 4, 3. The all-new Tacoma. Toyota, let's go places.
Hi, I need the new iPhone to play my reindeer games.
Aren't you cute? Right now, if you get any iPhone, you can get an iPad mini for an amazing price.
iPad mini, nice.
So what are reindeer games?
Angry reindeer, doodle reindeer, flappy reindeer.
Oh, so like regular games with the word reindeer added to them.
Huh. I guess so.
Buy any iPhone on AT&T Next and get iPad Mini 2 for $99.99 at AT&T.
I can go mental toughness. I can go physical toughness. I mean, the guy was a tough guy.
It was something to see him go out there and play with sometimes when you thought no way he was going to play the game, but he did.
Did everything in his power through the week, even though he may have been severely injured, to make sure that he was always in a huddle. He was always running out of the tunnel. He had to play the game. He was obsessed with that.
He was indestructible.
He was. It was almost like it was going to kill him if he had to sit one out. There were a couple times during that stretch that you definitely thought there's no way he's playing next week.
For sure. From the 34-yard line, this drive begins on the ground. Jeremy Langford The rookie for a gain of a couple.
Yeah, and one of the problems that this Bears offense and the running game is having right now is they have not been successful at all throwing the football, and so the slot corners are coming off the edge and unblocked making plays. They have to hit a pass at some point. Alshon Jeffery's back, and we haven't seen anything at all to him.
He's been targeted once. Cutler is 2 of 7. Langford around the outside. Spilled at the 42-yard line by Clay Matthews.
Now, sometimes it just looks like Clay Matthews is going at a different speed. He's going to play off the block of Ronas Grasu and still beat the running back to the spot there. He really, last year when he first started playing inside linebacker, I thought, yeah, he's okay, he's doing all right, and he's doing the best he can. Now you look at him, and he looks like an all-pro inside linebacker. He looks like a Kuechly or something. Excellent in coverage, great blitzer, obviously. Good player.
3rd down and 2. Matthews in coverage this time, and that's simply dropped by Langford. So again, wet ball, whatever, on target, misses here. Cutler is now 2 out of 8.
He's going to completely fool Clay Matthews this time. He's going to try and jump over the pick right there, jumps back inside. A brilliant play call that time by Adam Gase. Worked perfectly, and you just can't catch the ball.
Bears with only 1 first down, again, minus their #1 receiver, Martellus Bennett, the tight end. Been a punting duel to this point. This will be the 8th punt of the game, and O'Donnell's 5th. And that baby will bounce at the 11-yard line, be down at about the 12. 11 and a half left in the opening half, with the Green Bay Packers leading the Bears 7-7.
There's been an awakening. Have you felt it? Yes. Even you have never faced such a test. And it's time.
All teams, give it everything you got.
You don't know what I've seen. We all need to run.
We must face them. Fight them.
I see the sights and scale the heights. We're in the hour, day or night. And set me free. Oh Lord, set me free.
Get Black Friday deals from Verizon. Get an Ellipsis 10-inch tablet. Get it for $49.99. Get it online only today. Get going. Get more this holiday season from Verizon.
Sunday night, Tom Brady and the Patriots look to remain undefeated as the Broncos fight to bring down the reigning Super Bowl champs. Patriots, Broncos. Sunday night is football night, only on NBC.
Well, there she is, the matriarch of the Chicago Bears, Virginia McCaskey, daughter of George Halas, founder of the team, and Dad coached this team over a 40-year period. He had 4 10-year runs, and of course ran it when he wasn't coaching the team, and it's been in the Halas family all these years, almost a century now.
Well, I love the coaching staff they put together here, though. Only the most unusual circumstances would have allowed John Fox and Adam Gase and Vic Fangio to come together to one team as a free agent.
Well, here's Lacy, and he gets tripped up at the 12-yard line, and one of the reasons was John Elway felt he just had to make a change in Denver. Fox won 4 championships or 4 division titles, went to a Super Bowl, but just felt that needed to make a change to get him over the hump.
And Fangio was a part of one of the really great defenses out in San Francisco, and Harbaugh ends up going to Michigan, and all of a sudden he's free.
2nd down and 10 now from the 12-yard line.
319! 319!
Lacy, and Lacy with a big hole and exploits that. Ball is loose at the 33-yard line. The Bears are around it, and Chicago's certain they've recovered, and it is confirmed. So Lacy was off and running. Big run there for 18 yards, and then he coughs it up. So a turnover here, and they're still fighting for it at the bottom of the pile. They've already signaled that Chicago has the ball.
Well, a lot of conversation about the safeties of the Bears. Well, they combined that time to get that ball out. Adrian Amos, who is a really good young player, and then Chris Brzezinski comes in behind and strips the ball out. So the two safeties come up big.
Brzezinski gets the forced fumble, and then Chicago recovers it as they unpile, and that's Lamar Houston who recovers it. And as Eddie Lacy saw that 18-yard run end in a turnover.
Well, you take away the pass interference call in this game by Tracy Porter that set up the touchdown, and there's not a whole lot of offense happening anywhere. So the Bears catch a huge break and have a chance. They just have to take advantage of it now. They have to get something going here.
So you looked at Lacy and his fumbling history. The ball is at the 34-yard line to the outside. Wilson takes the ball to the 31-yard line. Brzezinski forcing the fumble. He's taking the spot of another injured Bear, Antrell Roll, at one safety spot.
Jay Cutler talking about Marquise Wilson. They really feel like that young man. He's 6'4", had 100 yards receiving in the game last week. They think he could be just about anything. Another big receiver on the outside to go along with Alshon Jeffery.
2nd and 7. And Forte to the 28. We played 20 minutes of football, and Chicago has 1 first down.
Well, one of the best guys on the Packers is Mike Daniels right down there, and Kyle Long working on him. That's going to be a heck of a battle if he ends up staying on that side. But now it's 3rd down, and here's where the Bears have faltered all night long. Watch for the blitz. That's where they've been hurt.
Bears 0 for 5 on 3rd down. 3rd and 4 here.
Quentin Long's lurking around.
Cutler under pressure, gets it away, and it's caught at the 18-yard line. Mark Mariani comes over the middle. Demarius Randall, the rookie corner, came in, almost got the sack. Chicago gets its 2nd first down.
They came with the blitz again, only this time it's a cornerback, Demarius Randall, and somehow Cutler escapes that and picks up the first down. Jay Cutler has a way. He's pretty elusive. He moves well. He's not afraid to run. He usually dives head first when he does. He wants to win.
Forte. And he gains 6 yards as he gets tackled at the 12-yard line. Make it 7 yards. It'll be 2nd and 3. There's Adam Gase, the offensive coordinator.
Yeah, and you know, the Bears had success in that opener running the football against the Green Bay Packers, and I think Adam Gase, with the conditions as they are, would like to stay with that run game, but occasionally you have to complete a pass or they're going to see nothing but blitzes.
And floats one to the end zone. No. Couldn't stay in. Alshon Jeffery fading. Demarius Randall right there with him. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Yeah, I thought he caught it, but I'm not sure he ever got his left foot on the ground. Let's take a look. Catches it.
Yeah, that is some catch, but he couldn't stay in.
Well,
clearly out.
You kind of like to have a guy that size with an opportunity to jump ball one. Time he had to lay out.
3rd and 3, and then a low throw, and fighting his way is Mariani. Looked like he'd be stopped short of the first down, but he's able to burrow his way to the 8-yard line and make it a 1st down and goal.
Big play by Mariani. He is filling in, getting opportunities. Eddie Royal out of this game. They've had a lot of injuries. A lot of these young receivers getting opportunities to play. Marquise Wilson, Joshua Bellamy. That was big.
First down and goal. 7.5 to go in the half. Forte takes it to the 3-yard line. Matt, 8th year out of Tulane, picked him in the second round in 08. Yeoman worked through his career.
Yeah, I think one of the guys you want to try and run the football towards in this defense is Nate Palmer, number 51. They had success in that first game, and they have been attacking that side when given an opportunity.
Bears trying to cash in on the turnover after the Lacy fumble.
Clay Matthews back on the end of the line of scrimmage again.
Give it to Forte, and he's going to get stopped at the line of scrimmage, setting up another third down, 3rd and goal. Jaron Elliott, 91, makes the hit.
A lot of these guys on this defensive line for the Packers have the ability to play multiple positions inside and outside, but in a game in the slop and these kinds of conditions, this 3rd down could end up huge.
3rd and 1 with the crowd roaring at Lambeau. Play clock at 2. Cutler started to slip, but then gets it away, and wide open for the touchdown is Zach Miller, the tight end. Looked like Cutler was going to go down, started to slip and slide. Elliott came in, and the touchdown with the extra point to tie the game here.
Well, first of all, you're going to get him all the way across the formation. You sort of read releases here. Somebody has to pick him up as he comes across the field. Nate Palmer was the guy inside. Not sure if it was his assignment or not. But it was another escape by Jay Cutler, a couple on that drive that really made the difference. And for Zach Miller now, that is 4 touchdowns in the last 4 games.
They got the ball at the 34 after the fumble. Took them 9 plays with 4 runs and 5 passes, and Robbie Gould to try to tie the game. Which he does with 6:03 left in the half on Thanksgiving night. Lacy gives it back, and then Cutler able to take him in. Miller for the 6. Game is tied at 7.
You've been undercover 3 months. Don't forget what side you're on.
These guys think they're crusaders with a worthy cause.
We give more than we take.
They find that you're FBI, they will kill you.
Bounty, stop!
People see what they want to see.
We're all gonna die. The only question is how.
Point Break, rated PG-13, December 25th.
Snow day. 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 Touch, tackle.
David, remember, she's my only granddaughter. Love, Dad. Get 20% off now at NFLshop.com.
Tomorrow, part of your holiday weekend, Black Friday, great hockey game coming your way on NBC as the New York Rangers take on the Boston Bruins. All starts tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. Doc Emmerich will be on the call, the great Doc, who, believe it or not, did a football game years ago, and he announced Brett Favre's first ever completion in the NFL, which was to
himself.
You got it.
Yeah.
Go. Kick fielded at the 4-yard line by Jeff Janis. And Janis, who had a 70-yard run back last week in Minnesota, almost duplicates the feat. In fact, comes real close to doing exactly that as he takes it all the way to the 33-yard line. 64 yards for Janis.
Well, Jeff Janis is going to get hit early on in this return. I mean, just squared up hit right there. And you think there's no way that he's going to escape that. Bryce Callahan just flat out missed him. This kid has been waiting so long to get on the field. You know, it's not easy to get on the field when you're talking about with Aaron Rodgers, because you have to know all the signals and you have to know all the things that he wants to do and the glances and the looks, and you're supposed to know what that means. But, man, he has proven himself now as a kick returner.
Yeah, twice in a row now. Plus, he induced a 50-yard pass interference penalty last week in Minnesota as well. Now he got Starks. Big hole. And Starks has enough for a first down.
With some fresh legs. And sometimes running backs, it can be a little bit like a sibling rivalry, right? One guy has a big day. It was Eddie Lacy's turn last week, and he had a huge day. Now you come out in a fumble, and you go sit on the sideline, and your brother gets a shot.
So Lacy had 72 yards on 10 carries. Starks has now carried twice for 13.
Push, push, push.
Green Bay with a total of 90 rushing yards in the half. Starks looking for room. To the 16-yard line, he goes. Lamar Houston makes the tackle with 5 minutes to go in the half.
One of the things I noticed watching some of the tape of the Chicago Bears is sometimes these linebackers don't come up fast. And watch Treader get down there, that they tend to sort of see it and then react to it. And you just wonder whether or not this isn't the perfect game for a very athletic center in J.C. Treader and his ability to get down to that second level.
This is 2nd and 3 play. A little dump off Starks. First down and a 1st and goal to the 5-yard line. Tracy Porter makes the stop there.
I'm just not sure if that wasn't Shea McClellan that was supposed to pick that up. It looked like man coverage, people chasing people everywhere. And McClellan was the only one left in the middle of the field with nobody that he was chasing.
From the 6, 1st and goal.
Strap out, scoop out. There you go, strap. Scoop out. Easy. Yeah. 319. 319.
Starks again. Yard or so. Houston in on the stop. Clock ticking down with 3:40 left in the half.
I haven't heard anything at all tonight from James Jones, and what a monster year that he's had this season. A career high 11 catches of 25 or more yards, and so many times when you get down to the goal line or scramble situations, seems like Aaron Rodgers finds him.
As he did, and what a grab he made for a touchdown in Minnesota last Sunday. To the outside, that is caught and then slung down. Randall Cobb flag is down. That is Callahan, who for the moment is able to save a certain touchdown.
There was a lot of contact down there. James Jones came inside and set it up for Cobb to go outside, but I don't know that anything.
Well, Barrister Hockley having a sidebar here, conference.
Pass interference offense, number 89. It was a pick. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat 2nd down.
Just talking about Jones, who has a word with Hockley.
Comes down inside. And, you know, the bizarre, I don't think that's pass interference, though. I just don't. Because the guy he's trying to pick is the guy coming over the top. He just wanted that guy to go over the top of it. He wasn't picking. That's just wrong. It's just wrong.
Pick, rub, screen, you tell me.
You know, I mean, they're trying hard to get that right, but that one was wrong.
So second down and goal now from the 14-yard line. Little flip, Starks, and he gets tackled at the 5-yard line. Prosinski makes the stop there. Third down and goal.
Boy, it is no fun to play back here when all these linemen start coming down at you. This one looked like it might be a score. That was a heck of a play by Chris Prosinski, who is filling in for Antrell Roll, but he has made a couple of big plays already in this one.
Third and goal, 3 receivers set to the left. And Rodgers dancing and darting and finding nobody. Cobb nearest to it. Callahan doing a real nice job. Rookie free agent out of Rice, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, let's give the young man some credit here on the back of the end zone. That is Bryce Callahan, who is taken over as a slot corner, undrafted. Top end, it was Tracy Porter, who was all over that one. Devontae Adams having no luck with Kyle Fuller either. So as long as Aaron Rodgers was able to dance around, there still wasn't anybody open.
Now a 22-yard field goal attempt to give Green Bay the lead. Easy one from Mason Crosby to bang it through, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning with the Green Bay Packers up on top, 10-7 at Lambeau Field.
The all-new Tacoma. Toyota. Let's go places.
Microsoft Surface is used by NFL coaches and players on the sidelines of every game, and now presents the in-game adjustment of the week. Last week in Atlanta, the Falcons had success with Matt Ryan throwing over the middle to Julio Jones. The Colts responded with linebacker DeQuell Jackson dropping into coverage, where he intercepted a pass in the 4th quarter and scored the game-tying touchdown. Microsoft Surface, the official tablet of the NFL. Do great things.
Marcia, what happened?
Peter hit me in the nose with a football.
No, sweetheart.
Shut up!
Marcia, eat a Snickers.
Why?
You get a little hostile when you're hungry. Better? Better.
Marcia, Marcia, Marcia.
Introducing our 2015 NFL lineup. Get your favorite team's Bud Light can for game day.
You've been eye-guzzling that show for 58 episodes. But oh God, there they are. The final credits. You've fallen into a show hole. The struggle could not be more real. Why even have a TV? Then you see it. Amazon Fire TV's vast library of best shows ever. So long, show hole!
When it comes to soap opera gasps, no one gasps better than her. Eva Longoria returns to television.
Okay, come on. You gotta stop that.
Telenovela, special preview Monday, December 7th on NBC.
All right, nobody's going to the concession stands at halftime here. Toyota halftime coming up. Brad Favre back in Lambeau to have number 4 retired, and that's what we'll have for you coming up on the Toyota halftime.
It wasn't an easy separation, though, was it?
It was not.
You know, and Aaron Rodgers sort of took the brunt of some of it. Some fans didn't want to see him ever go, and then all of a sudden he went to the Jets for a while and back to the arch rival Minnesota, and There were, you know, some little mixed emotions, but now time heals all wounds, and this place is going to go absolutely crazy when he walks out on that field.
Yeah, it was a messy departure, but too many good years not to have a 21-gun salute for that man at halftime. 5-yard line. Thompson will run it back, and Deontay Thompson will take the ball to almost midfield. So Chicago set up in good field position with 1:51 to the half.
You ready for this, JJ? Huh? I said, are you ready for this? It's just game day, son. Now, I'm gonna ask you one more time. Are we gonna do this? Or what? Whoa! Wireless speakers, engineered for exceptional sound.
What average underwear feels like. What Duluth Trading Buck Naked underwear feels like. Duluth Trading Buck Naked underwear feels like wearing nothing at all. No pinch, no sweat, no problem. Get it only at DuluthTrading.com.
Big news! Switch to Sprint and save 50% on Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile rates. It's the biggest offer in U.S. wireless history. Plus, Thanksgiving Day through Cyber Monday, lease a Samsung Galaxy S6 for half price, only $9 a month. So switch today.
NFL Play 60. It's the NFL's movement for a more active generation, encouraging fans to get moving. Play for 60 minutes every day. You can download today or go to NFLrush.com. Learn more. Chicago has all of its timeouts. They start at the 42-yard line. Cutler out of the pistol with a play fake, and then the inside throw to Jeffery. Alshon Jeffery close to a first down across the 50-yard line. Casey Hayward makes the tackle.
Yeah, it's a really smart play and smart play call. Alshon Jeffery has not been a factor early in this game. Get his hands on the ball and get him into the flow of the game.
2nd and 1. Cutler's going to take it himself and sneak over right guard to the 45-yard line.
And the Bears have all 3 timeouts. They have plenty of time. They are in no big hurry here and can run whatever they want to do. They want to run the football, no problem at all.
And leave no time on the clock on the other side for Rodgers at the end of the half. Langford is the back. A minute to play in the half. And that pass is incomplete. Jeffery had to stop, reach back for it, couldn't hold on. Shields covers. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, a perfect throw that time by Jay Cutler. This is, you just can't do it any better than this, and Jeffery just unable to hang on to the wet football. Sam Shields, for being a guy that probably gives up about 6 or 7 inches to Alshon Jeffery, has had pretty good success over the years against him.
Take the snap out of the pistol again. Here comes the blitz from the corner, and coming the other way now Langford, and Langford for a first down takes it all the way to the 31-yard line where Morgan Burnett is there. So they blitz from the right corner, the right defensive corner, go the other way with the run, stop the clock with 46 seconds. So this Sunday Night Football on Thanksgiving night being brought to you by Microsoft Surface, the official tablet of the NFL. By Toyota, let's go places. By Nike, gear up at Nike.com and get out here. And by Star Wars, The Force Awakens, in theaters everywhere, December the 18th. Our great crew, the guys and gals that are with us all season long. Around the country we go and spending Thanksgiving with with our game. Thank you, folks. You are fantastic.
They all insist on it being perfect, don't they? This is a hard-working group who will be here long after we are out of here and heading for Denver.
And on a night like tonight, you really appreciate them. 31-yard line. Chicago just took its first timeout. First down at the 31 as Cutler has time, throws, and that's caught. That's a first down. Alshon Jeffery makes the catch. A gain of 11, covered by Randall.
A little different result out here with Kyle Long this time against Julius Peppers. It was a rough night for Kyle the first go around, but now he is settling in, and Jay Cutler is as well, and Alshon Jeffery is as well. This team really had nothing going early in this one. And now starting to get on a little bit of a roll.
.40 seconds. Four-man rush with protection. That's caught inside the 10-yard line, and Wilson will take the ball to the end zone for the touchdown. Marquise Wilson able to take the ball in a 20-yard reception, and the Chicago Bears have taken the lead.
Against a really good young corner, Demarius Randall. Watch what he does. He's going to force the inside, make him believe he's going in there, and make Randall just flinch, and then fight his way into the end zone.
Maybe.
No, I don't think so. Knees down just short, isn't it?
Right. Well, that was ruled a touchdown, which means a scoring play, which means automatically reviewed in New York.
Review the ruling of touchdown on the field.
So hold your horses here. It figures to be a first and goal when we come back.
Being a gamer can be a profession.
Phil!
Oh.
Hey, man.
Hey, Peter. Oh. Stop.
Joanne, is that you? It's me. You don't look a day over 70, am I right?
If you're Peter Pan, you stay young forever. It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
You make me feel so spring has sprung.
Looks like his knee is down. They're reviewing it. We suspect that when Hockley makes his next announcement, it's going to be a first and goal from inside the 1-yard line.
It's fun to watch good young players coming out of the 7th round from a year ago, but you can see that knee down right there, short of the goal line clearly.
Joe Thomas was there to make the tackle, number 48. The clock will start to run on first and goal. So Chicago will still have 2 timeouts if they want to stop the clock. Going over things now with John Fox.
The ruling is the ball is down at the 1-yard line. At the 1-yard line.
So the call will get reversed. It will wind the clock unless Chicago wants to take its timeout right here.
Chicago is calling timeout.
Okay, there they go.
It would normally be a 10-second runoff as a result of replay rules. Chicago is using their second timeout to prevent a runoff.
So a little recap of Thanksgiving night. Eddie Lacy off to the start. He almost gave up the ball before he crossed the goal line, but it counted. But then the fumble after he had gained 18 yards set Chicago up for the opportunity to tie the game on a touchdown pass to Zach Miller. Jeff Janis sets Green Bay up to take the lead again with a 64-yard kickoff return. Crosby culminates that drive with a 22-yard field goal, but now Cutler trying to give Chicago the lead at halftime, or at least shortly before halftime. First down goal. Jeremy Langford is the running back here.
And the Bears had to take that timeout, or there would have been a 10-second runoff because the clock was moving at the point of the challenge, and that's the way the rules are there.
Put in the big horse Unrein as the fullback. Miller goes in motion. Langford following Unrein, and he's able to get into the end zone. So the Chicago Bears now officially have the lead. There's a lot of leverage. Unrein at 306 pounds, a defensive lineman leading the way.
Did you see that, Al? He got two. He's going to come up and get the first one and then go get the second one. I think that's Clay Matthews. He hits first, sort of gets rid of him, and then goes up and gets that second block. How good is that for a defensive lineman? That's tremendous.
2 for 1 for Unrein. They like to use him in those short yardage situations. And now the extra point by Robbie Gould will make it a 4-point lead.
Well, this Bears offense that was doing nothing is taken off at the end of the half. Wow.
Wow, what was that? Screwball. Not pretty, but it counts. Chicago 14, Green Bay 10.
What was it like catching a far fastball? 7 fingers dislocated. It's pretty bad.
Guys got injured catching the ball if you didn't catch it properly.
No more rocket balls, please. Somewhere in his locker, he had a chart of all the guys and how many fingers he broke with theirs.
Nolan Ryan of quarterbacks.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, they love Brett, and they're going to love him even more when he comes out onto the field in just a few minutes. There's a bouncing ball that gets collected by John Kuhn at the 29-yard line.
Brett was always playful, whether you were a broadcaster or a player. If you were sort of had your back turned, not paying attention, all of a sudden the fastball would come whistling by your ear out there. It was always fun. Not so much fun tonight for Aaron Rodgers, though. This is a little bit of a stunning result as this thing began, and what we've seen over the past bit between these two teams, for the Bears to come back and make the kind of plays they have and lead this thing right now, surprising.
Well, he has 2 timeouts. The kick was probably not as deep as Chicago would have liked, because Rodgers, with a couple of first downs, will be close to or in field goal range. And he starts here with a first down, and that is caught by Richard Rodgers. Clock is stopped at 19 seconds as Green Bay uses its second timeout. So the line of scrimmage will be the 45-yard line as Mason Crosby warms up for a hopeful field goal attempt.
And he certainly has the range. We saw that last week with all those kicks that he made. 5 of them 40+ yards a week ago, and nobody had ever done that in the history of the NFL. That's how amazing that day was. And of course, that was right on top of the sort of shanked one he had with a chance to win the game the week before.
It's Detroit, a long field goal, and they lost to the Lions here for the first time in about 4 centuries. So at the 45-yard line, Rodgers trying to, if he can, collect about 20 or so yards, and they have to use that last timeout at some point. Get Crosby in the game. And Chicago with the stunt up front, but Rodgers is able to throw, and that's incomplete to the 40-yard line. Tracy Porter draping James Jones. 14 seconds now remaining. Second down.
Yeah, we just have not seen James Jones with any success, and I tell you, this is just very casually played on the outside by Tracy Porter. Beautifully done.
Jones in that opening game in Chicago in September had a couple of touchdowns.
Yeah, and Porter did not play in that opening game either. He was hurt for the first couple, if I remember correctly.
Rodgers fires over the middle. Cobb makes the catch, and they're going to use their final timeout and at least have an opportunity to shave that lead here, as the ball is spotted at the 32, 23-yard gain And with a timeout here, Crosby will have an opportunity to kick about a 50-yard field goal.
Working against the rookie Bryce Callahan here. Watch the shake and bake at the top end of this thing before he breaks. And Callahan's going to slip down.
So Rodgers comes to the sideline. They could attempt one play, but you're right on the edge here. They're going to put, I think, 1 second back on the clock. Is that what they're doing? Making it 8 instead of 7. So the flags right now are relatively limp. We're showing the wind for the moment at 5 miles an hour, but it's been gusting throughout. So it's in his face a little. So what do you do here now? Do you want to go to the end zone or you go outside, I think?
You want to be careful.
Very careful. You don't want to sack number 1. They're out of timeouts.
Timeout Chicago. That's their third and final timeout. It's a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, they could have taken that 10-second runoff and they wouldn't have had this issue, right?
Yeah.
And but who knows? That's always a tough call on the other sideline. You certainly don't want to give up the opportunity to score a touchdown, but a 10-second runoff, if it had been applied and they had not taken the timeout, we would have been out of here.
Maybe, kind of, sort of.
Yeah, you don't know.
Who knows?
Boy, I tell you, this is just an interesting play call, isn't it?
Interesting and dangerous too. Because
it is.
I mean,
obviously, no sack.
Right. If you complete the pass in the field of play, you're done.
Yeah, I think this one will be very safe if he gets exactly what he likes, which now it looks like he might. He might get a little quick out at top or bottom, but be careful. Remember what Tracy Porter has done in his history. You might jump one of these.
Receiver's got to get out of bounds. I mean, it's real simple here.
Which he did. He was going to jump that one. That was a good read by Aaron Rodgers to not go there. Tracy Porter was sitting right out there, and if he had cut to the out, he was not backpedaling. He was not doing anything. He's going to sit, and he was waiting for one of those opportunities. Good read by Aaron.
This will set up a 50-yard attempt to end the half as Mason Crosby will try to make this a 1-point game. Wind's really died down, and the kick by Crosby is good. And that takes us to halftime, where the Chicago Bears leading the Green Bay Packers 14-13, and you know what's coming up next. Brett Favre, number retired, on the Toyota halftime after these messages.
Next Thursday.
You gotta kill the Wicked Witch of the West.
Kill the Wicked Witch.
All hail the Wicked Witch. It's the live event of the season. Queen Latifah, Common, Neo, David Allen Greer, Elijah Kelly, Shanice Williams, Amber Riley, Stephanie Mills, Uzo Aduba, and Mary J. Blige.
Is that a drop of water? I hate water!
The Wiz live next Thursday, 8/7 Central on NBC.
When news breaks in Wave Country, you expect something more. To learn, to gain confidence, to be enlightened, to know before the downpour, to see from every angle. Because breaking news is more than blue lights and mugshots. It's the headline, the post, the tweet that shapes our lives every day. These are the stories we cover with passion, with spirit, with integrity. And it's why you've come to expect more right now on Wave 3 News.
Want the hottest Black Friday deals? Greg's got it. Save up to 40%. A Samsung 40-inch HD TV, $278. A 48-inch HD TV, $398. Now through Monday at HH Greg. Greg's got it.
Kentucky Lottery's Keno, the exciting way to have fun every 5 minutes.
Fueling imagination.
Funding education.
We at Time Warner Cable need to apologize to you. We no longer offer extended periods of free on-hold elevator music when you call us.
We're making a bunch of changes to Time Warner Cable, including reducing how long you could wait on hold. Now we'll even call you back at a time that's convenient for you.
But for those of you who'd miss our old on-hold music, please check out our greatest hits at twc.com/onholdhits.
It's the perfect time to get the gift you've waited for all year. The Odyssey Special Edition, featuring the Honda Vac and a rear entertainment system. Hurry into the Happy Honda Day sales event and you could get a great deal on KBB.com's best value brand. Now at your Honda dealer.
Happy Thanksgiving from Wave 3 News.
David, remember, she's my only granddaughter. Love, Dad. Get 20% off now at NFLshop.com.
Welcome to the Toyota Halftime. Let's go places.
When you think of the Green Bay Packers, you think of Brett Favre. He started the ball rolling after years of not winning to a point now where they're expected to win every year.
And you think about Babe Ruth and the Yankees and the old Yankee Stadium. They say that was a house that Ruth built. Well, without question, this is a house here that Favre built.
Lambeau Field, where the concession stands are empty right now. Everybody in place awaiting the ceremony. We go to the public address announcer.
One of the most enduring players in Packers history. He played quarterback for 16 seasons for the Green and Gold. Possessor of legendary durability. His 253-game starting streak with the Packers is one of pro sports' most respected accomplishments. Ladies and gentlemen, as we celebrate the unveiling of his retired number, at quarterback from Southern Mississippi, number 4, Brett Favre. And now Packers president and CEO, Mark Murphy.
Brett, on behalf of the Green Bay Packers organization and our fans, welcome home. It is great to have you and your family here tonight. Thanks for all you've done for the Packers over the years. On July 18th, you became the first Packer ever to be inducted into our Hall of Fame and have your number retired at the same time. Tonight, we will unveil your retired number 4, and you will take your place among the greatest players in Packers history. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the north end zone and join me as we count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brett, I know that our fans would love to hear from you.
Thank you. A little bit different weather than July, but this is Green Bay weather. I love it. I love it. I know we have to be quick. We have to finish this game, but it is Thanksgiving, and we have so much to be thankful for. And as I think back to our time here in Green Bay, I certainly thank God for the opportunity to play a game I love so much and to play it for such a long time, and in the best place to play football in the world. I want to thank my teammates who are here. I love each and every one of them. I enjoy playing with them, and that jersey retirement is shared with those guys. I love them to death. And I certainly want to thank my family. And they're here tonight. They're on the field. They get to see what it's like at Lambeau Field when it's cold, windy, and rainy. There's nothing like it. I thank them so much for being so supportive all the years. And most importantly, I thank you.
Thank you, Brett. We now have a special person who has worked really hard to be here with you tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Bart Starr.
Well, what a reunion this will be. Bart Starr has had a number of health issues, serious ones, through the past few years, but here he is with his wife, Cherry.
Here we go.
To honor number 4. What a scene. What a scene.
There's Brett. How are you letting them chew like that? How you doing, mister? How you doing?
Beautiful. Back to Lambeau Field after this.
Was king if I was king. Let's go places.
The Discover NHL Thanksgiving Showdown on NBC.
Well, like a scene out of a movie. Brett Favre, Bart Starr, the tradition, Lambeau Field. Great, just great. 14-13 at the half. Chicago back after this.
This has been the Toyota Halftime. Let's go places.
What's this about?
I make the hard choices for the needs of the neighborhood.
Baby, you understand me now.
FBI Detective Santos.
If sometimes
We'll grant you full immunity.
I'll rat out my crew.
You have a daughter, don't you?
I'm just a soul whose intentions
Are you an informant for the FBI?
Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood.
What up, peeps? It's Gabe.
And Babe.
And today we're talking about mobile plans the real way.
Why?
I'm at the coffee shop on my Walmart Family Mobile Unlimited plan. It's unlimited talk, text, and data. We could do this all day with 4G LTE speed. Hey, baby. Because we move fast.
You want to go to the park, buddy? And at $39.88, it's the lowest price unlimited plan that includes up to 5 gigs of 4G LTE data.
It's the real plan
for real people
with real savings.
Save money. Live better. Walmart.
All eyes are on Toyota's Black Friday event, a mega sales event that will eclipse the competition. For 10 days only, get 0% financing on 11 different new Toyotas. Lease this 2015 Prius liftback for just $199 a month, or get up to $2,500 cash back on your favorite new Toyota. And every new Toyota comes with 2-year no-cost maintenance. Hurry, Toyota's Black Friday event ends November 30th. Toyota, let's go places.
Hey guys, it's always a smooth move to take a bad boy for a ride.
Bad Boy packs more power and muscle into every mower we make. And with our patented Easy Ride innovations, we're also delivering a smoother ride and cleaner cut. From top to bottom, we're building a better mower. So take one for a spin and feel the difference a Bad Boy makes for yourself. 747 cc's, 60-inch cut, $49.99.
Always built better with more power and at a better price? That's Bad Boy, baby. Mow with an attitude.
Inside the Cards at 7:30, tip-off at 8, Saturday on Wave 3 News.
Come on, guys, huddle up, huddle up. Let's play a game. We're going to start by hopping over the fence while doing hopscotch.
He's going to get the ball.
Let's try to get to that cone. Oh, you can't cover it? You have to add obstacles. Sprint back, do 5 jumping jacks. 3, 4, 5.
5 yards behind me.
We're going to touch the tractor. And the person that swings on the branch first wins. But if you stop, get out. You guys ready?
Ready?
Let's go! If you can imagine it, you can play it. Get out and play for 60 minutes every day. You guys want to play?
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
Tonight on Fallon, it's a holiday medley with the Wizz's, Queen Latifah, and Rashida Jones. Plus, Thanksgiving thank you notes, Fallon's new NBC Tonight.
In the NFL, every moment matters.
If I can't convey a message, we're going to have problems.
NFL Turning Point, presented by Bose, Wednesdays on NBCSN.
Tonight's first half highlights are brought to you by Nationwide, official sponsor of the NFL.
And Lacy takes the pass, and Lacy is inside the 10 and all the way to the end zone. Gets it away and wide open for the touchdown is Zach Miller.
Nationwide is on your side.
Now, Michael's Chris Collinsworth, Michelle Tafoya, Thanksgiving night. There it is, number 4. Officially adorning the facade here, the retired number of Brett Favre. What a scene that was. So, Chris, you can go home again.
Oh, thank goodness he came home again. But, you know, Brett Favre's going to get a lot of honors this year as he goes into the Hall of Fame, and everybody knows that's going to happen. But what better honor could you have to have Bart Starr, obviously not in the best of health, come out on a rainy night like this because he, one of the greatest of all times, wanted to come pay tribute to him. I mean, that's really as good as it gets, isn't it?
Barstar, as classy a guy as has ever played in the NFL. Spectacular career here, of course, and did a pretty good job coaching a couple of teams as well. Let's go to Michelle.
Well, after going 3 and out on 4 of their first 5 drives, John Fox told me his total offense simply calmed down late in that first half. As for Mike McCarthy, he was not pleased with Eddie Lacy, saying he has got to hold on to the ball. And he said this game was going to come down to extra effort because of the wet football. He said, my guys have to make extra effort and make those plays, Al.
All right, thank you, Michelle. And that's why Lacy came out of the game. He had that fumble, and that did it for him because he had 72 yards on the ground in the first half. So Chicago, they deferred after winning the coin toss, get the ball to start the third quarter, and Matt Forte will pick up about 4 yards to the 24-yard line.
Yeah, I thought Jay Cutler in that first half was terrific, and it was a little bit of his shimmy with his shoulders, being able to escape some of the pass rushers. That was a big play there, and happened once again. Is going to step up and through. Find Zach Miller for the touchdown pass. He really started to get comfortable in the game. They hit him with everything early. A lot of those slot blitzes came home and really seemed to bother me. Had to throw away a couple of balls on 3rd down early, but settled into a groove, and the offense started going up and down the field.
And Cutler open, caught up to the 44. Alshon Jeffery, Morgan Burnett makes the tackle. So the Bears certainly happy to have this guy back after he missed last week's game.
Yeah, just over the outstretched arms. It's going to go across the field there, and that was Clay Matthews. Tried to get back underneath that, but anytime you go that hard play action fake, those linebackers really have no choice, and Matthews tried to sprint back, just couldn't get there.
And the Bears playing without their #1 receiver, the tight end Martellus Bennett. And a broken play, and Cutler will, with flag thrown, take it back to the line of scrimmage. So wanted to go to the right side. Might be a hold on Kyle Long. Signaling against Chicago.
Brought another one of those blitzes out of the secondary.
Holding offense, number 75. 10-yard penalty, repeat first down.
See Morgan Burnett coming out of the secondary, and then Kyle Long is just going to reach out and make sure his quarterback didn't get hit in the back of the head. There you go, a little stiff arm action. I don't think Sam Shields was anticipating that one.
Yeah, take this, Heisman.
Yeah, I'm going to stick that throwing arm in here. I'm going to drag you down with that.
1st and 20 from the 35. A little swing, flagged again. And Forte, that's a decent gain, 10 yards, but
I don't know what Alshon Jeffery is doing. He's lined up 2 yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. This is going to be the 7th penalty against Chicago. They had none, 0 last week against Denver.
Offside, offense, number 17. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat first down.
Lost his GPS.
I mean, come on, that's not even close. There's the line of scrimmage. I thought he was playing corner.
So 7 penalties, 45 yards.
You know, he's got 2 other guys out there flanking him. You'd think one of them would say, hey, dude, moonwalk a little.
So back-to-back penalties. First down and 25 now. Screen, Forte. It's a 9-yard gain out to the 39-yard line. Demarius Randall makes the tackle.
You know, Demarius Randall, interesting young man. He came out, he was a safety in college, and the reason he was a safety was that people were so afraid to throw at him when he was playing corner. The coach just said, we're going to put you in the middle of the field. We have to get you involved in the action. He was the ultimate sort of Revis Island in college.
He was the #1 draft choice out of Arizona State last spring. Cutler throws. Jeffrey makes the catch, has blocking, and Alshon Jeffery takes it all the way to the 44, but another flag is thrown at the Chicago 48-yard line.
Jay Cutler throws his arms up in the air.
Would have been a 17-yard gain.
Tripping. Offense number 68. 10-yard penalty enforced from the spot of the foul. Repeat second down.
Matt Slauson with the Bears' 3rd penalty in the series.
He's going to come down the field and sort of throw his leg backwards. If he's that athletic to know, let's take a look. You'll see him throw that back leg. Okay. Tripping.
Yeah, I'm with you. That's all we can do. We can make guttural noises.
You know, when you're diving on the ground, you don't always have control.
2nd and 16. And that's caught by Jeremy Langford, who gets tackled at the 40. That's what we'll do from now on. Instead of just analyzing penalties, we'll just make guttural sounds.
You know, I know what it's like to officiate this game, and how many times we sit up here and we watch 4 replays, and half the time we're not really sure, and you go back and forth, and they're doing it live, and I get all that stuff. I don't know.
Get a whole bunch of sound effects for you. 3rd down and 11. 6 defensive backs in the game. Cutler looking right at Matthews here. Blitz coming. Got him. The 32-yard line. That's Quentin Rollins. Every so often tonight coming in off that corner with speed. A rookie out of Miami of Ohio.
And they have done the same blitz. Basically bring him inside, which sets up the edge right there. So Quentin Rollins gets that direct path there to Jay Cutler, and he has no choice but to get it out. When it was 3rd down and that long, you pretty much know that Dom Capers is going to bring pressure, force you to throw hot, and then make the tackle or the sack in that case.
So 3 penalties on the series. Right now you have a 4th and 22, which means O'Donnell will make his 6th punt of the game. And at the 20-yard line, Cobb breaks away for the moment. Stopped at the 22-yard line. 10-12 remaining in the 3rd quarter in a 1-point game at Lambeau.
I've been to Denver, Salt Lake City, Houston, Seattle, Los Angeles, New York City, Portland, Chicago, Milwaukee, San Francisco, Washington, D.C., Atlanta, Mexico City, Dallas, San Diego.
Southwest flies all over the country and international. So no matter where you want to go, we've got a low fare to get you there. Book now at southwest.com.
I've been everywhere.
To do great things, sometimes you gotta break the rules. Surface Pro 4, a new screen for new perspectives. A new pen for new masterpieces. New speakers for a new sound. We reinvented the Surface Pro so you can reinvent everything else.
Who thinks they can solve this math problem? 2 cars are traveling in the same direction. How long until they collide? You ready to solve it? Go. 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 What's the answer?
I don't know.
There's a lot to process quickly, right? You want to meet a car that can help do it for you?
I'd love to.
Yeah. The Chevy Equinox offers forward collision alert to help warn you when you're approaching another vehicle too fast, so you can take action.
Is smarter than I am.
Week 12 continues Sunday on CBS and Fox. Check your local listings for the game in your area.
And tonight's game on Thanksgiving night brought to you by Southwest. Transparency, low fares, nothing to hide. By Chevrolet, find new roads. Then by American Express, the Saturday Small Business Saturday. Great time to grab your friends and family to shop small. Some of the small businesses here in downtown Green Bay that will be hosting a Small Business Saturday following Black Friday.
Your favorite day.
Going to the mall, whatever that is. Rodgers turns around and hands the ball off to Eddie Lacy up to the 28-yard line for a gain of 6, 2nd down and 4.
And we heard from the referees, and they made a very strong stand that was indeed tripping as he kicked that leg in behind him. So we will just report the news.
That's right. All the news that's fit to print, we'll report it. 2nd down and 4 from the 28-yard line. Lacy, get tough running up the middle up to the 38-yard line. So Eddie took a seat on the bench for a while after that fumble, and now has 86 yards.